Today's build was only featured for a few seconds in one of the episodes of the Clone Wars. So why did I spend the $140 on this set? Is it because it's a gunship or because of the minifigures? Well, let's find out. Hello and welcome to Bricks and Toys. My name is Brandon and I am kind of excited for today's build. And today's build is going to be the 75354 Coruscant Guard Gunship, coming in at 1,083 pieces, and it is a 9 and older playset. And so, just to start from the top with this set, when I saw the advertisement, I was like, I just got done waxing off the UCS Gunship. I really don't think I need another in my life right now. But then I saw the minifigures, and that's where this set gets really good. Now with the minifigures, we have Chancellor Palpatine, Padme Amidala, Commander Fox, and 2 Coruscant guards. Now, the clone troopers are really dope looking in this set alone, but Padme and Palpatine together in this set was the deal, because I don't have Palpatine or Padme in any of my Star Wars minifigures. So I was like, I don't want to do another gunship. The UCS one kind of has me scarred, but man, those minifigures are really, really trick, and I really would like those minifigures. So just to recap, back in July, I finished off the month building the UCS Gunship. I didn't pay the full $300-400, whatever the price is. I only paid about $50 to $100 for mine because I saved up all my Lego points. Thankfully I did, because the thing just seemed like a hollow box with some big ass wings that go on a stand. The Mace Windu was pretty cool with it, but the overall issue with that gunship was the fact of, where the hell do you put it? The wings on a gunship span so far out, and the body is so oblong around the wings, that finding a place to put it was next to impossible. For the first week that I had it, I left it on my desk. And then for the next week, I moved it to various places around the house. And then on the third week, I finally found a place where I have a clone trooper helmet on top of my refrigerator in the garage studio. And I put it on top of that. That was the best place for it, on top of a box in the middle of a top of a refrigerator. Plenty of real estate. And so it took 3 weeks to place that UCS gunship. I almost took it to Bricks and Minifigs and just said, give me an offer, I'm outie. Because I was fit to be tied. And then as soon as I get done with that, here comes Lego with, we got another one, we got another one. But the good thing about this one, it is a play set. It is around minifigure scale, so it definitely should be not a problem to display. And if it does come in to be an issue on display, hell, I'll cut the wings off, throw it in my spare Lego pile, and just display the minifigures, because I ain't dealing with that crap. So that's kind of how we got here. We got here for the minifigures, not for the set. And the thing about this set that is kind of odd is it was very briefly shown flying in an episode of the Clone Wars and never really shown again. Now this set does have all the play features that we do come to expect. The sliding doors, that is normal. The opening back hatch, and we do have stud shooters on the wings instead of those large bubbles that we're so used to seeing. Now, speaking of large bubbles, the bubbles that hold the pilots, those do open up in this version of the set, so these commanders or clone troopers can go in there. According to other reviews of this set, the play features are kind of limited due to space within the cavity, because I guess this is a smaller version of the guard gunship than what you guys have gotten in the past. I wasn't into Lego in the past, so thus I only have the UCS to compare it to, and obviously that is a gigantic ship where this will be a fraction of the size. So what we're going to do next with this is we're going to cut open this box and we're going to see how many bags we have to complete this build. I'm going to shoot a guess before I even open up the box, and I'm going to say 10. So let's see if I'm right. Now with this, we have 2 pieces of tape along the top. And we open our flap and we take a look in, and we clearly see a paper envelope with our building instructions, and then we do our pour. I see a bag right over here that says 2, 5, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so I see a bag 10 right there. And that was my official guess, was 10 bags. Now we don't have tape holding our envelope closed, so we just rip that open. And I do expect stickers with this set. Yes, I do. And I see them right here. We have 3 very basic stickers, 5 in total. Just very simple Republic badging, nothing extra. And now we have the book. And we have our QR code in the front. Got to scan that for our 20 points. And then, when it comes to the build, we have 347 building steps and 217 pages. This will definitely be about a 3 to 4 hour afternoon, maybe less. Now, in terms of the build, we do have 6 on that page and 10 total. I was right. Whoop, 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 whoop. I don't know what that just was, but I like being right. But that's one of the things that happens when you're married. You kind of forget that you can be right. So when you are, it's like a big celebration. So everything is broken up into 5 different steps. So we will have at least 3 stopping segments during this building process to show you how the build comes together. So with that, there's not much more to talk about other than just diving into this build and getting it done. Now, this is my second to last Star Wars build of the month. I cannot believe how fast this month is already coming down. So I'm going to get started in this, and you guys will be back here with me for the review in just a few minutes. Now we're looking at bag 3, which means the first out of the 5 building stages is complete. So what does the first 2 bags gets us that makes us the first building stage? Well, pretty much a platform with the front end shooters. Not too much to look at, not too much to talk about. That's our base, that's our shooters, that's our front of our nose. Pretty easy so far. So that's the update here. We'll check in on the next step. Okay, so now we're looking at bag 5, which means there's 2 more bags down, and that means we are 2/5 of the way through on this build. And I did want to mention we do have 2 minifigures by this point, and we basically built this top portion on those 2 bags. So this is what it looks like 2/5 of the way through. Nothing too special. So next up, we'll check back in at 3/5 of the way through. Okay, so here we are looking at bag 7. So that means we are now 3/5 of the way done. So only 2 more fifths to go. We did build one of the Coruscant Guard minifigures in those last 2 bags. And all we pretty much accomplished was a door, and where the Coruscant guards can sit to fly this bad boy. So a door, a bubble top, and nothing more. So on that one, on to 4/5. Okay, so now we're looking at bag 9, which would be the 5/5 of the set. So that means I'm 4/5 of the way done, and this is what we have. So the sides are completely complete. We now have our Coruscant guards flying this wonderful gunship, and that side's complete. So far it's going really well. I'm really digging the design, and up next is going to be the review. So stay tuned, we're almost there, everybody. So now let's review the Coruscant Guard Gunship. Now, for funsies, I did bring out the UCS Republic Gunship. Later on in this segment of video, we will compare the two and talk about some things that I found while I was comparing them last night while I was finishing my live stream. But for right now, let's talk about the Coruscant Guard Gunship. And first thing I want to start off with is the minifigures. Now I'm going to try to get this to be more in focus for this part of the video. So here we have Commander Fox, Padme Amidala, and Chancellor Palpatine. They all have really good leg and torso print for Commander Fox, as well as torso print for Padme, and torso and leg print for Palpatine. Turning them around, you can see that the lower leg print for Palpatine continues, but there's no leg print for Fox or Padme, but there is back torso printing for these two. Now, if you take off Palpatine's hair and Padme's hair, you will see a set of alternate faces. And with Commander Fox, it's a typical clone face, no back printing on the head. So it's just a single face meant to be worn with a helmet over it. So that's the minifigures so far. There is two more, but I'm going to show you those within the ship. So one really cool thing about the Coruscant Guard Gunship is right here in the middle there is a lever. I will show you. You can easily pick it up with a finger and really reenact all the cool play scenes. I think that is really cool. Even as a grown-ass adult, I find myself really wanting to play with that feature. And let me show it to you right now. So if you come over here to the side of the ship, you will see a little lever. And that's the one you pull up to do the carry-in. So that's pretty cool. Starting off while we're there, here is the cockpit areas. They do lift up like so. And you can see those other two clone commanders. These are called Coruscant Guards in this set. I really like the red printing of these guys. It's different than the orange and the blue that we normally get, and sometimes purple. So it's cool to have some red. So they go in very easy. They just plop right in. No big deal there. Starting here on the side, we do have a little door we can lift up and access inside. Not a very big area, but it's an area. Same thing over here. You can open up the side there. There is a lever right here on the back that you can grab to fling open that side. Now you do have to manually close it, and then that lever does come back. Now coming to the back of the ship, we do have another little turret gun style right there. And we can open up the back hatch. Very simple with this set. Same thing with it on this side. Lever right there. Side opens up, and there you are inside of the gunship. And you can also lift open the sides. So that's all the access to the general areas of the ship. Now, there are little storage doors down here on the back where you can store things. For instance, on mine, I have the machine guns of the Coruscant Guards in there. The other little features of this set is just mostly detail. You know, we do have these cannons right here. We do have these. We do have the little stud shooters up on the wing. It does look a little bit different than the UCS counterpart, I must say. I do find it interesting how there's really nothing going on right here at the top like the UCS counterpart. And these upper cannons, they are built as a part of the wing and not a part of the body, unlike the UCS. Now, I don't have much more to say about this, so let's go ahead and let's compare this to the UCS gunship. So, comparing the two in size, you can clearly see that, yeah. So a few thoughts that I've immediately had while comparing these two and looking at these two. Now, they're clearly different colors. We're not going to talk about the colors. It's clear that this is like Attack of the Clones era. This is the TV show, The Clone Wars. It's very obvious. That's why they're different colors. There's no need to really go into it. The biggest thing that I wanted to say is I do like here on the Play version that you do have the full door. I do like that. And the door opens up and out of the way where you have this opening area. But on the UCS version, that opening area is default. And if you go to open up your back door, it just opens up bigger. So I do like how this is more sealed on the Play versus the UCS version. And that kind of has me thinking that maybe somewhere out there there's a logical guide to actually fix this to where this can be a full door, and that would really help the appearance of the UCS version. Now, the UCS version does have these, what I think is like these little bubble turrets or shooter areas or whatever these are on the wing, where these just have these little stud shooters. And, you know, I did see a video online about how to maybe turn these into something that could somewhat represent what this is. I like this design a lot more than I like this little bulky chunk of Lego that, you know, has a play function, but obviously I don't play. The other little details is on the UCS version there's a doorway here. There, like I said, this is a full opening area, where over here everything is sealed onto this version. Now, these things do fly through space, and Star Wars time and time again has always showed that when they're in space and they leave their ship, they need to put on some type of respirator, breathing apparatus to be able to go outside of the ship. Now, with the Play version, this seems completely sealed, completely logical to go planet to planet and do their business. But with the UCS version, you're kind of left thinking, well, I guess they're going to be wearing the respirators the whole ride because there's no way in hell this one seals up. So, you know, I do like that with the Play version where it is all sealed up and it is, you know, it does make sense for that. Now, there is obviously more detail on the UCS version. We're not going to talk about that because that's a definite. You know, like I said, I do like the handle on the Play version. I do like the portability of the Play version. And more importantly, the size is, honestly, in my opinion, better on the Play version. If I would have known that the Play version was coming out for only $140, I would have clearly used all my points, have bought the Play version, and not bought the UCS version, and I would have been perfectly happy. Because to me, this is not necessary now that I have this. You guys already know that unless it's a super legacy ship like the Millennium Falcon, I don't find UCS sets to be really worth it. Now, there is some exceptions like Star Destroyers and the potential Venador coming up, as well as a Death Star. And there is other ones that would be cheaper when they were new, like TIE Fighters and other things like Luke's X-Wing. Those UCS sets to me do make sense. It's just when they start getting over into the $400, $500, $600 price range, we need to consider if there is a play set that can do the same job and save us the display space. One of the biggest things that I hear when I talk to people online about Lego is display space. It is a huge issue upon the Lego community, beyond money. We can have all the money in the world, but do we have all the space? And that is the biggest issue with Lego. So sets like this Coruscant guard ship over the UCS gunship is clear that money here is not the object, it's space. Now, one last thing I did want to point out with these two sets is it's very clear to see that if I took the wings off of the Coruscant guard gunship and I took the center support sections out of the UCS version, I will clearly be able to fit the whole center section of the guard gunship in the UCS gunship. And to me that is quite hilarious to picture that. And it's like someone said online on my video, you can easily just, it's the size of the wing. So the size is really different, and it's really cool to see these two sitting next to each other. Other than that, I don't really have too much more to say. Like I said earlier, the Coruscant Guard gunship will set you back about $140 US. It is not on back order on Lego Online. I don't know what local store stock looks like. I just check on what Lego says, and it currently is available. So it is a definite recommend. It was a really fun build. It did take me about 3 hours. It does have a lot of quality to the build. I felt really confident while building it. When you build this set, as you saw with the building video, you basically build the bottom, you build the top, you build the sides, and then you build the wings, and you're done. When it comes to the stand that I put the minifigures on, again, like with the T6 shuttle, those are just leftover pieces from when I built the Concorde. I'm trying to get rid of these orange plates, but plates are plates, and they're always good to save and use to display minifigures. Do I have any gripes about this set? Honestly, no. The only gripe that I have is, like I said, if I would have known it was coming, I would have bought it instead of the UCS version and saved my points and my money for something better, like maybe the UCS Venador that has been kind of announced, but mostly super leaked as of the day that I'm filming this video. I am super excited for the UCS Venador, but it will be about $650 when it comes out, and my points that I spent on this could have been used towards that. But I didn't know this was coming, so it's all good. If you guys have any questions about the Coruscant Guard gunship, comment them down below. I would love to answer anything that you guys would like to be or would like answered. And if you guys have already bought it, comment down below. What do you think about this set? And whatever else, comment down below. As usual, guys, like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate everything you guys do watching these videos. If you guys watch me on Twitch, thank you for watching me on Twitch. Just a reminder, I do stream on Twitch Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays at 8 p.m. till maybe 2 hours. And then I do a stream at Saturday at 2 p.m. So thank you guys. You guys all have a good one. Again, like, share, and subscribe, and have a lovely day.